Nigeria's capital markets has a new entrant from Tier 2 First City Monument Bank Limited. FCMB Group PLC has announced the issuance of 20.6 billion naira Series 1 perpetual 16% fixed rate resettable NC5 25 additional 0.25 additional Tier 1 subordinated bonds under its 300 billion naira debt issuance program. Now, the group's AT1 issuance is the first non-Sharia local currency AT1 instrument issued in Nigeria, and the group's maiden issuance of its 300 billion naira funding program in Nigeria's capital markets to support its next phase of growth. The book build commenced on January the 24th of this year, closed on February the 3rd of this year. The offer was well received by the markets with active participation from a diverse range of high-value investors, including corporates, other financial institutions, trustees, and high net worth individuals. The AT1 instrument was issued at a clearing coupon rate of 16% per annum. Now, the successful Series 1 bond issuance highlights the group's track record of innovation across a broad spectrum of the Nigerian financial service industry and is in line with the Central Bank of Nigeria's desire for financial sector stability and well-capitalized banks. The net proceeds from the Series 1 bond will be invested in the group's banking subsidiary, First City Monument Bank Limited, the bank, enhancing the bank's Tier 1 and total capital adequacy ratios and enabling the group and the bank to expand its support for the growth and development of the Nigerian economy. Here are comments from Ladi Balogun, who is the Group Chief Executive of the FCMB Group PLC, commenting on the Series 1 bond issuance. Says FCMB Group PLC is grateful to our investors, advisors, and regulators, particularly the SEC and the CBN, for their support on the maiden issuance in our 300 billion bond program. He also continued talking about the objectives of this particular bond offer. The group CEO, of course, said that the innovative structure of a perpetual income yielding bond that qualifies as Tier 1 capital, at first for its kind in the domestic capital market, achieves three objectives for our investors. It's a non-dilutive for existing shareholders, creates capacity for potentially improved earnings per share and dividends per share, that's EPS and DPS, and provides an attractive income stream for investors in this instrument. It says they're also pleased to have been able to support our largest banking subsidiary towards the attainment of its growth, risk management, and strategic objectives with this investment. Also, here's a comment from Yemisi Edun, who is the Managing Director of First City Monument Bank Limited. She said, of course, FCMB is very proud to be a part of a group that embraces innovation and thanks the investor community for their support, which will enable the bank to achieve its long-term strategy. She also continues and says, in addition to strengthening the bank's capital base, which will comply with the forthcoming application of Basel III capital requirements, the AT1 bond will enable the bank to finance incremental term lending in priority sectors. So there you have it. And also, Chapel Hill Denham Advisory Limited and FCMB Capital Markets Limited did act as the issuing houses to this Series 1 bond. So there they are, Chapel Hill Denham Advisory Limited, FCMB Capital Markets Limited. All right, it's always good to have more securities in Nigeria's capital markets, so well done to FCMB.